Good morning, everybody. I'm thrilled you're here. It looks like my Wi-Fi is back on track. I'm super excited about that. I think it had to do with unplugging the router and plugging it back in. How ridiculous is that, right? So it's a beautiful Monday morning, and so we're back on track, although super foggy and cool and wonderful here. So there's just this beautiful thing about fog for me, and as long as I'm not driving in it, I'm usually pretty cool. So today we are talking about how a narcissist literally makes you sick. So if you don't know how to make it work, how to heal from, trauma as a kid, how to get your family and your life back together, I specialize in those toxic sorts of relationships, whether at work or anywhere. So I help women find new jobs. I help women leave. I help women as going through the divorce process. I help women as they're starting to take care of their families and their parents who they have a lot of old trauma around, all of that stuff. That's what I do. And I do it through body-mind. And that's why this topic is so close to my heart, because I specialize in helping women not get sick from toxic people in their life. So, yes, a narcissist can literally make you sick. I don't know how many women you know, including yourself, who, if left to their own devices, they would be fine. However, what a narcissist does is they come into your life and they help you see the areas in you that still need a little bit of work. Not because the narcissist says that you need a little bit of work, but because these are the things that come up around a narcissist and their anger. And let's look at it this way. Every time that you have an emotion that you feel helpless about and taken by surprise and out of control, and you don't have help processing through, you don't have therapy or a good parent or a good friend or a mentor or coach or anybody who understands what you're going through, what we tend to do is we take that emotion, it stays in our diaphragm for 3 days, and then our diaphragm decides where it's going to go in our body, and then our limbic system keeps track of that, keeps track of where it is in our body. And so what happens is our bodies are riddled with minefields. They are everywhere in our body. We have all of these different parts and pieces, which are old emotions which never got released or expressed, old emotions that didn't get processed through. And so when you feel like you're in a narcissist relationship and everything starts to spiral down, it's not necessarily because of the relationship. It's because the narcissist's own toxicity, their own mental health, their own issues, their own struggles, are bringing up your own struggles in you. The places where you don't have good boundaries, the places where you don't respect yourself, the places where you don't love yourself, the places where you don't do things that keep you in a healthy, happy place. So my husband is really big into competitive sports, things which are self-competition, like archery. Target archery, things like that. And in sports, you want to find, if you want to grow into a healer, if you want to grow into an amazing parent for your children, if you want to grow into a leader in your company or a leader in your world or a leader with your friends, if you want to grow as a person, and really find that happiness that you hoped to find with a narcissist, what a relationship with a narcissist does is that as long as they don't overwhelm you, it brings things up. It brings old memories, old thoughts, old patterns, old wounds. It brings these things to the surface. Because what happens is when a narcissist gets angry or when a narcissist acts out, it triggers. Our limbic system notices and it triggers wherever we hold that same emotion in our body. And it it releases it back into our system. And so every time that we are triggered by a narcissist and we don't have a healthy way to express it, then it makes us sicker and sicker and sicker, because now we're holding on to more and more of that sick, toxic energy. We're not letting it move through us. We're not expressing it ourselves. We just keep accumulating it like heavy carpets on our back. Every time there's another carpet added and another carpet added until you're flat on the floor. So a narcissist has the ability to trigger all of the sickness that's in you and bring it to the surface so that it can be healed. Now, you might not want to do it with a narcissist. A narcissist is a pretty tough competitor, and in competition sports, you want to find somebody who is a challenge. You want to find somebody that's tougher than you, somebody who wants to, they have their own motivation, and it's that challenge that allows you to get rid of the things, to heal the things that are making you sick, that have made you sick for decades, maybe since you were a kid. It helps you get rid of these things, which have been hanging out just waiting. It's like it accelerates the process. Many times, a lot of our old illnesses, we're able to keep them under control, but then they turn into something bigger if we don't have a chance to express them. They turn into cancer. They turn into systemic issues, rheumatoid arthritis, immunodeficiency, getting sick all the time. They turn into all of these other health issues because they were never dealt with. What a narcissist does is they put you into a narcissist, because they're so strong, they can put you into a healing crisis where you feel completely overwhelmed by your feelings. So you might not want to have a narcissist be the person that triggers you. You might want to find somebody who's nicer or safer. Again, if you get your resources, if you get good friends and you get the support that you need, and you get the health you need in your life, and you get detoxed from some of these old emotions, and you do things that give you love and kindness and joy and fill you up, then this sort of relationship becomes the challenge that a part of you always wanted. Because we look for people who challenge us. We look for people that make us revisit the stuff that's in our past. It keeps us growing. It keeps us evolving. The problem with a narcissist is many times they put us into a healing crisis, because what they bring up, their anger, their hurt, their overwhelm, their mental illness, their inflexibility, their chemical imbalance, their adrenal overload, all of those things would come out from getting mad at you and manipulating you. They open those doors and bring up all of that old stuff that, until it's cleared out, until it's healed, until it's worked on, will make you sick. So narcissist kicks over, let's say, the first couple dominoes and gets the whole process going. And as long as we sit there and think to ourselves, this narcissist is doing this to me, as long as we're in that position, somebody else, then we leave ourselves in a position of weakness, getting sicker and sicker and sicker, because our body continues to feel hurt unexpectedly and helpless. That feeling of helplessness is what will keep controlling you. Until you start taking back your life, you're going to end up feeling very, very helpless. And sometimes you feel helpless because of the situation that you're in, that it's not from the past. But the more that you love yourself, get your needs met, then the healthier you become. Your body's able to heal itself. Maybe it's in a relationship with a narcissist. They're a pretty tough competitor. Maybe it's in a relationship with someone who's a lot gentler. But either way, I read this lately once, and it was very well stated. A narcissist, you can't communicate well with a narcissist. Instead, a narcissist is handled. You have to manage a narcissist. So if you're in a narcissistic relationship, then if you want to be happy, then you have to learn how to manage the relationship. You have to learn how to navigate it, how to work your way through it, how to work on your own issues. Now, if this isn't the direction you want to go, and I completely understand why, it's a hard, hard road to do it that way, then you get to choose to find somebody who's easier on you. You still get to have the challenges and the feeling of being alive and the love and the anger and the hurt and the fear and joy and the miracles and the magic. You still get all that stuff that you got with a narcissist. You just get it with someone who is so narcissistic. And so you can still get the challenges. So you don't have to stay with a narcissist. But if you are, consider the fact that they are challenging you in a way that forces you in some ways. You're in this relationship and it's forcing you to get healthy. And that is the main benefit, I think, from a narcissistic relationship. Because what they do is they take you to a higher level of beingness where you're happier, more peaceful, your life has more depth and meaning, your relationships are better, you live longer, your health conditions go away. They can motivate you to take care of those things, to learn better skills, to have better relationships. But you don't have to, that doesn't have to be the way you have to go. You get to choose something different. Because a narcissist, they're struggling with many of their own issues. They're struggling with a lot of their own issues. And that's why you end up being collateral damage a lot of times. Because they are hijacked and self-absorbed and patterned and stuck in their own feeling of helplessness and need to control. And so they've got their own issues going on. If you're trying to have a meaningful two-way conversation, it's not going to go very far. It's a relationship that is more of a competitor, more of someone who pushes you and helps you heal and helps you grow because they challenge you to do so, more than somebody that you might want to live with, more than somebody that you might want to work for. So if you're in those situations and you're ready to get out, the key is to get yourself into a position where you are grounded and healthy and balanced enough that you can find someplace else that is where you belong. Because a narcissist is making you sick. Totally, absolutely. And if it's more than you can handle, then you need to get a lot of help. You need to get support. You need to start your healing process. And if it's not more than you can handle, start your healing process anyways, because it will benefit you later on down the road. Because the sooner you start healing yourself, the sooner your relationships will get better. The more peace you'll find, the sooner you'll feel balanced, the sooner you'll open up that next chapter. So if you're in transition, reach out. I'm pulling together a larger group where for $100 a month, we'll do group coaching, we'll do one-on-one coaching, we'll have the support group, we have the daily live streams. You get help every day if you want, email support in between every single day. So if you're stuck and you want some help, reach out, because I'm pulling this program together. I'm gathering the women who will be a great fit for the program. And so if you think you might, let me know. Share this with your friends. Share it with anybody you think that could benefit from this. And reach out, because we will get you to start doing things that are loving for you, that help your body heal. Don't hold back, because the faster that you get healthy, the faster your life will look like you want it to look. Okay? So I'll talk to you later.